It's time now for the Peter Channel Afternoon News on this Sunday afternoon, March 20th, 2016. Good afternoon, everybody. I am Peter Wiggins. Your top news aligns at 12:40 p.m. on this Sunday afternoon. And our top story is, we said it before, and we'll say it again. President Obama's pick for the Supreme Court is very unlikely to get a hearing, and much less be confirmed by the Republican-controlled Senate this year. Violent clashes continue to shadow the campaign of Republican frontrunner Donald Trump, who characterized protesters as paid agitators bent on derailing his presidential bid. Havana. President Barack Obama arrives in Cuba on Sunday for a historic visit, venturing into what was once enemy territory where communist government that vilified the United States for decades has prepared a red carpet welcome. Istanbul. A Turkish member of the Islamic State militant group was responsible for Saturday's suicide bombing in Istanbul that killed 3 Israelis and an Iranian and wounded dozens of others, Turkey's interior minister said. U.S. Marine killed in Iraq after rocket attack. Russiaville, Indiana. 2 central Indiana sheriff's deputies were injured and a suspect was killed following a gunfight early Sunday inside a mobile home, authorities said. Madrid. A bus carrying university exchange students back from Spain's largest fireworks festival crashed Sunday on a main highway to northeastern, killing at least 13 passengers and injuring 34 others, officials said. Investigators still need to track down and bring justice a wider network that provided support to Salah Al-Bassam, the only surviving suspect alleged to have been directly involved in the Paris terror attacks by a legitimate interior minister told. Rio de Janeiro. Brazil's President Dilma Rousseff attempted to bring her predecessor, Luiz Inácio Lula da Silva, in her cabinet last week as he faced the corruption charges as backfired on the government and ratcheted up the calls for her impeachment. Main opposition party boycotted vote, and government said Poyo was people's Social Security tax. Istanbul, Turkey. A suicide bomber took the lives of 4 people Saturday in Istanbul has been identified as Turkish national DNA tests revealed Sunday. Rostov-on-Don, Russia. Investigators began attempts to extract information from the black box of the Philadelphia jetliner that crashed in Russia Saturday, killing all on board. Thus, both Greece. An EU-Turkey deal to resettle Syrian migrants took effect Sunday, but may be in limbo for the moment. Lawrence, Kansas. A 4-month investigation into the University of Kansas professor who used a racial slur in classes concluded a word that was used in an educational context and not intended to be racist. A protester in McAllen, Texas, stands in front of the World Women's Health, which has led plaintiff in a lawsuit before the Supreme Court blocked the Texas law that has been contributed already to closing in about half of the state's more than 40 abortion clinics. Acting wide receiver Andrew Pratt was helped last Saturday being shot in the stomach by teammate Scott Boyett. Boyett shot Pratt as receiver entered the offense to tackle his partner without knocking William Boyett to think there was an intruder. The World Eagle Watchers were on once again on early Saturday as a second bald eagle hatched in a live video at the National Arboretum in Washington. Washington. President Obama on Sunday declared a major disaster in 3 Texas counties from severe storms earlier this month. Holyoke, Mass. Police arrested a Chicopee man involved in a shooting near Holyoke St. Patrick's Roadways. The Baltimore Globe reports 19-year-old Devin Mermont is charged with attempted murder and multiple firearms violations. Police say this shouldn't happen about 4:30 p.m. Saturday, about a half mile from the race. This is the starting point. Thousands of people were downtown for the race. Boston. Multiple performances play about solitary confinement are scheduled across Massachusetts this week to bring attention to the practice in state prisons. Senate and California. Freedom of Communications, the owner of the Orange County Register and Riverside Press Enterprise, will accept the bid of Digital First Media on Monday. The company's bankruptcy lawyer said it Saturday. Chang Chan, Janet, anticipated millions layoff from both state-owned coal and steel companies. Chinese and foreign days are shunted redundant workers, limited jobs in the farm and forestry and public services. Denver. Marijuana is quickly becoming a big semi-legal business across the country with $5.7 billion in sales last year and tens of thousands of people working and paying taxes where they cultivate, package, and sell cannabis. Once we survive the genome, we'll be able to say where any special traits help the butterflies survive in harsh environments, said biologist Andrew Moore. Forests are returning in China, according to a news study. However, this may not be good news for other nations. 2 comets are headed for a historic flyby of the Earth this weekend. You don't want to miss them. The Brad 2 bodies, known as 252P/linear, about 750 feet in size, are surrounded by an emerald cloud of gas. An Egyptian watchdog seen from the Israel side of the border fence where the Egyptian peninsula is Israel's Negev desert in February. President Obama's historic trip to Cuba on Sunday was a coming eye. A warning from U.S. health officials that the Mexican-born Zika virus linked to the birth defects that spread the island nation. In 2011, raw milk supporters attended a rally protesting the Food and Drug Administration's actions against traditional dairy farmers in Washington state. The Centers for Aid Control and Prevention told the Michigan administrator of the Blooming Human Service about March 11th, according to the Detroit News. New York, the scribbled crypto doctor's prescription headed toward the eradication of New York, where the nation's toughest paperless prescription requirement takes effect this month. New England Insurance in Brockton, Massachusetts are working fire at 123 Warren Avenue. A UD command reported enemy fire crews overall in HCW. Future Channel News, I'm now 12:45. Time out for a spot report. Tonight, the Boston Celtics will be in Philadelphia, taking on Philadelphia 76 game time 6 o'clock. With the New England Revolution will be down in Philadelphia, taking on Philadelphia Union game time 2 o'clock or 2:30. Here's how the top. Nobody Davis will profit ended met for the 40th time in the historic career Saturday, and Davis proved to be still be too much. But the world's 5th ranked tennis player has beat them in 2 straight sets. Peter Channel News time 12:46 on this Sunday afternoon, time now for a Trevor report. Let's start you off down in Rhode Island, where it's looking good in the Ocean State, except for 146 on the northbound side. A little slow around Route 99 in North Smithfield. Route 6 in Sagamore, Orleans is looking good. 20 is looking from Bourne and Falmouth. Bourne and Sagamore bridges are looking good. Southeast Express on the northbound side. A little slow through the Dorchester stretch. Mass back on the eastbound side. A little slow before Route 120 in Weston. Mass back on the westbound side. A little slow before Route 93 in Boston. And the St. Patty's Day parade is now till 6 p.m. So if you're going there, take public transportation. That's the safe bet. Route 2 in the eastbound side. A little slow around Route 111 in Acton. On 290 on the westbound side, we're going to accident here around Route 12 in Auburn, so expect some delays. On the way up to 395 southbound from the Mass Pike, it's a little slow. I-840 eastbound side, a little slow around in the Mass Pike. I-291 on the southbound side, a little slow around. 291 in Springfield. I-91 on the southbound side, a little slow on I-84 in Hartford. Wilbur Cross Parkway on the eastbound side, a little slow from Route 8 to around Shelton and Bridgeport, Connecticut. Down in New York City, 278 eastbound side, slow from Route 27 all the way after Brooklyn Bridge. Brooklyn Bridge on the southbound side, it did slow. 278 to the westbound side, a little slow on 495. Long Expressway on the eastbound side, it did slow from Elmhurst all the way after Grand Central Parkway in 678. Fenwick Expressway get enacted around Grand Central Parkway and Forest Hill, so specimen delays. 678 in Brooklyn, a little slow after Smart Swansmith Bridge. FDR Drive, it's a little slow from 25 to the Queens Midtown Tunnel. Lincoln Tunnel on both ends, it's a little slow. Holland Tunnel on the westbound side, it is slow. George Washington Bridge on the northbound side is slow. 95 on the northbound side, slow from I-87 in the Bronx. I-87 on the northbound side is slow from 95 all the way around Route 9. 287 on the westbound side is slow from Fairview all the way out to Elmsford on the westbound side. Do a couple of accidents on 287 on the westbound side around Springbrook Parkway around Route 98 in Elmsford. I-87 is looking good from New York all the way out to the Pennsylvania border. And 199 on the westbound side. Also Niagara Falls. I-87 on the southbound side, slow in New York State after the Canadian border. And I-89 on the southbound side, slow after the Canadian border. But otherwise, highways in Vermont and New Hampshire remain on. Looking good. Okay, look at that MBTA alerts at 12:49. Subway system is looking good. A special St. Patrick's Day shuttle bus service will be available to and from South Station and along 7th Street and East 1st Street in South Boston. Commuter rail is looking good, except on Providence train 2006 RB 2025 minutes late between Canton Junction and South Station due to heavy parade ridership and police activity. Plymouth train 2053 1147 a.m. provided substation is operated 10-15 minutes late due to later arrival of equipment. And Thursday are looking good. Peter Chill News time 12:49 p.m. on this Sunday afternoon. Time now for weather report. It's the first day of spring, but winter is throwing a curveball as we are under winter storm warning from tonight at 7 p.m. until 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on Monday. As location southeast Massachusetts as well as Rhode Island. This includes the Boston, Providence, football areas. Hazard type say wet snow. Snow accumulation of 6 to 10 inches with the hot amounts along the south coast toward the Cape Cod Canal. Time and snow is expected to overspread the region between 6 and 10 p.m. this evening. The snowfall heavy times during the overnight hours will probably persist at least the first part of Monday morning rush hour before coming to an end by afternoon. Snow coming on the roadways making for hazardous travel tonight and still may be falling heavy during the start of Monday morning rush hour. In addition, this will be a heavy red snow, and particularly to the southeast of the Boston Providence line. The result may be scattered power outages and downed tree limbs, and north 5 to 10 to 15 miles gusts up to 30 miles out. Visibility is 1/4 mile less at times. Temperatures in the low 30s. And winter storm warning is extrusion when an average of 6 or more inches of snow expected in a 12-hour period. For 8 inches in a 24-hour period, and travel will be slow at best or well. Treated surface and quite difficult on any untreated surfaces. And day 1 today, tonight, winter storm warning. Day 2 for 7, Monday for Saturday, winter storm warning. Okay, 7-day forecast goes like this for tonight. For today, increased clouds about 40 degrees. Northwest about 8 miles an hour. For tonight, stormy after 9 p.m. The snow can be every time, around 29 degrees. North about 5 to 9 miles of anticipation. 1% new snow accumulation for 8 inches possible. For Monday, snow may before 11 a.m. high at 40 degrees. North about 9 miles at gust side, 24 miles at anticipation. 8% new snow accumulation 2 to 4 inches possible. Monday night, most gusts got about 25 degrees. Westward about 8 to 10 miles gust side, 22 miles an hour. For Tuesday, south got about 44 degrees. Westward about 9 to 11 miles an hour. Tuesday, a slight change of showers after midnight. Most gusts got about 36 degrees at anticipation, 20%. Wednesday, most gusts got about 54 degrees. Wednesday, chance of showers up to 10 p.m. Most gusts got about 37 degrees. Anticipation, 40%. Thursday, most gusts got about 50 degrees. Thursday, chance of showers up to 3 a.m. Most gusts got about 40 degrees. Anticipation, 30%. Friday, chance of showers. Most gusts got about 59 degrees. Anticipation, 40%. Friday night, most gusts got about 38 degrees. And for Saturday, most gusts got about 54 degrees. Currently here, not near, it's 38. Currently in Naughton, it's broken clouds and 40 degrees, humidity 41%, and we're seeing some lot of snow showers from Enfield stretching all the way down to Detroit, Connecticut, and stretching up into the southeast of Great Britain, and raining around the Springfield area, and snowing around northwest of Holyoke and northeast of Holyoke, and snow showers northwest and the northeastern portions of Greenfield, Massachusetts. And it's stretching all the way down for southern New York around Poughkeepsie and stretching from Scranton all the way down to Harrisburg, and it's raining, sleet, and snow around Pittsburgh and stretching to Akron and Cleveland. While we're seeing some rain showers from eastern Virginia all the way down for southern Maryland and down for southern Delaware, stretching out to sea. And that's going to be it for the Peter Channel Afternoon News on this March 20, 2016 on a Sunday. I'm here. Hope you have a good afternoon. Goodbye today to all. See you at 5 o'clock for a 5 o'clock report.